Very, very briefly, Easter. Some of you may have heard, and let me just see a show of hands. Have you ever heard that Easter was originally a pagan festival to the goddess Aorsta? Something like that, right? Okay, I'm just going to tell you something that's wrong. I'm a history nut, and you're incorrect. I have to fix it. This is just how it works. In all seriousness, in the 8th century, there was a historian and a monk named Bede. And he wrote one line in one manuscript that he said, I think the name Easter comes from the goddess Aorsta. And I think that's just where the name comes from. That's it. We have no other record of this goddess. We know nothing about her. We know nothing about her worship practices. We've got zip. Some 1,000 years later, in 1860, 1880, I forget what, Jakob Grimm of the Brothers Grimm decided that the Germans must have had a similar goddess based on the same name because reasons. That was kind of the logic of his thing. And so he started writing about that, and maybe 50 years later, somebody else was like, oh, that's a fertility ritual. I gotta tell you, everything about that is made up fan fiction from the 1800s. I'm completely serious. Instead, what happens is, and the Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar and all that, whatever, it's all bad. Two things are going on. One, first off, the thing I talked about with the eggs is actually true. This is a medieval tradition. You don't eat eggs, milk, dairy, fat during Lent. And so you saved up eggs. The other is bunnies. Why bunnies? It's very obvious because bunnies are associated with virginity. You all knew that, right? What? Yeah? Good job. That is called class participation. Good job. See, here's a weird thing. Rabbits have a forked uterus. Rabbits can get pregnant while they're pregnant. And medieval people saw this and they're like, clearly they can give birth without intercourse. Clearly, virgin birth. Clearly, this is makes sense, right? No, this is medieval thinking. In 1580, we actually have a painting, Madonna of the Rabbit. Look it up. It's a very simple painting. It's the Virgin Mary with white bunnies. And this was just a Christian thing. It was finally in 1682 in southern Germany, we have the first recorded instance of an Easter celebration with bunnies and eggs at a church. And it took a couple hundred years, but it spread from there. And of course, we've had advertising campaigns and commercials and all that stuff since then. And now it's just a fun thing. But the reason I say all of this is because we were all wrong and we have to be correct. But truly, it's a Christian tradition. We've been using eggs and bunnies for a good 600 years before Bede ever wrote his one line about all of this. It's entirely a Christian tradition all the way through. Why bring that up? Because every once in a while we still kind of go, oh, yeah, we've sort of just what are we doing? It's a celebration. Next time, I'll tell you about some Greek Orthodox churches who on Easter Sunday shoot fireworks at each other and break eggs of confetti over each other's head during service. There are lots of ways to celebrate. I could have gone crazy this year, but I didn't.